I was chukar hunting before I was on social media, and I'll love it even if I get off social media. It's a passion of mine, whether people follow me or not. It's who I am, it's what I'm going to do. I'm going to be painting and I'm going to be chasing my dogs, and I think it takes a lot of discipline and it's not always going to be easy, but the reward, some self-accomplishment is, I think, what a lot of people need. I've always drawn pencil, graphite, with a little bit of charcoal, things like that. But I started young, I started to progress, obviously, as you mature and kind of maybe gain more either confidence or the ability, and then maybe practice. I think a lot of it, people are like, you're very talented, and which I think talent has a lot to do with it, but I think dedication and staying with your passion, with what you want to do, plays a lot into that. About 15 years ago, I was like, I want to try some oil paints. Let's add some colors. I've always loved oil painting, and I thought, well, let's try that. Let's see if it's as fun as graphite. And as I got into it, I haven't looked back. I honestly haven't drawn much with a pencil since. It was something with the mixing of the paints that seems to be therapeutic, as you try to mix the color, the right tone. It's soothing, just trying to be able to capture the likeness of it in, not really in a photographic way, but obviously I want it to look as real life as I can, but sometimes it'll be a little off. It's kind of how I saw it. It's fun to look back on it and say, that was my interpretation of it, For me, it's harder than pencil because it's not just two-tone, but it's rewarding, just like chukar hunting. It's always been the challenge, that's appealed to me, between physical, the aspect of it, and the really kind of the mental. It's fun, but it's also kind of a mental grind too, where when you're chasing birds, chasing the chukars, and you're seeing them fly off, you've got to mentally stay in it, or you got to hike some more. It's just really the challenge that's really drawn me to it. It's kind of been my life, as things haven't been easy, but I've enjoyed the challenge, and I think that's kind of what, kind of brought me to the chukars.
Hell yeah! Way to go!
The same, yes! Come on, Blitz! It's daunting, as you pull up to a hillside or a mountainside, knowing that you're about to, go up that. And really, I try to take it in chunks, of certain accomplishments, much like a painting. First, how is things going to lay out? How's that bird, or how's that dog, or whatever it is I'm painting? How is that going to lay out onto the canvas? You want to look at the end result, and sometimes you want it before you're actually there. You want to be there. I want to be on top where the birds are already, but I've got to take the take the mountain in chunks, take it in certain strides, if you will, you know, where I want to be and be happy in the moment of that particular spot, because you know, each step is an accomplishment in its own right. And I think I enjoy, for me, the pains of it, you know, kind of the unknown sometimes. There's times through many paintings I'm like, I don't like the way this is going, but I'll push myself through that, and it's kind of pushing yourself through some self-doubt. Like chukar hunting, you know, there's many times I go out and I'll get skunked. I think if you can't enjoy the process, you're probably not going to enjoy, you know, chukar hunting or painting, because it's not the destination. It's about the journey, and that's the same with chukar hunting. You know, it's like a mental grind like that, but I think if anyone's looking to do it, enjoy it. Like, enjoy that, you know, if your body's screaming, you know, stop and things like that. And if you can mentally push past that, that seems like when the birds are, you know, when you find success. Shoot. I unshouldered my gun. I got cocky. 12 years ago, I lost my dad, and you know, he's the one that got me into, you know, much of what I do is, you know, because of my dad, and a lot of who I am is because of my mom, you know, and you know, I'm always pushing myself to be better, you know, I think to be a better human, to be a better person to people. It's funny that chukar hunting, you know, the distance from people, you know, as I'm out, really makes me reflect on the relationships and the kind of the values that I want to instill in my boys. I moved out here with my wife, and because we wanted to, you know, to have a little piece of property where we could raise some animals and teach some hard work, where it's not all about them. It's not all about us, you know, it's about working together, and it's about hard work, because in life, you know, I feel like the one thing that you can fall back on is, you know, your work ethic. And if you don't know what to do and to be able to put your head down and work through things, it's not a shock to the system when you have to do it, when the time comes, which is quite often, you know, that you've got to work hard. It's not going to be a shock to them when that time comes. If I had to use one word to describe, you know, upland hunting, painting, and my family, is love. Really, that kind of encompasses all of it for me, and I'm grateful that I have been given the ability and that I have the ability to do all of those things. Cut! Can you edit him out with a green screen and whisper that in my ear? Here, girl. Good girl. Yeah, I was hoping Nick would throw a rock or something. Please throw a rock, I can't take it. Yeah, I don't know what to do. Yeah.
Freaking dinosaur, dude.
Car for Rama.
You can use my credit card.